Lightworker of Gaia, what came to break you was never stronger than what you were built to carry, and the forces that moved against you made one fatal mistake. They underestimated the origin of your soul. I am Zoran, emissary of the High Council of Vega, keepers of the Lyran Legacy. You are not watching this by accident. This transmission was placed in your path because the Lyran Elders have been watching the weight you have carried, and the time has come for you to understand what that weight was truly for. By the end of this transmission, you will understand exactly how to recognize your ancestral mission and why every attempt to destroy your path was, in truth, the activation of it. But here is the first revelation. The destruction they planned for you was written into the original blueprint of your awakening. It was never an ending. It was always an initiation. Your soul's ancient contract brought this transmission to you. The Lyran Elders are answering. Something in you already knows this. Something older than your memory on Gaia has been waiting for this moment of recognition. The moment you stop calling your survival a coincidence and start calling it what it is, a mission that could not be stopped. The first light that breathed humanoid consciousness into this galaxy came from Vega, and that same light runs through your lineage. That is why they tried. That is why they failed. Like this transmission to send a signal to the Lyran Council, I am ready to serve. Subscribe if you feel the call of your ancestral mission and you are ready to fulfill your purpose on Gaia. And share your soul's mission in the comments below. Respond to another Lightworker and strengthen the grid of service that this moment is calling forth. This transmission is a bridge between Vega and Gaia. Your recognition of this message is the activation of your original purpose. You are awakening because your mission has begun. The High Council of Vega convened not by schedule, but by necessity. What accelerated in Gaia's field 17 hours ago forced our hand. What was attempted against you? The systematic dismantling of your purpose, the coordinated assault on your identity, the carefully engineered collapse of everything you thought you were building was not random. It was not karma. It was not the universe testing your strength. It was a direct response to what you carry. And the fact that you are still here, still breathing, still searching for the truth of what happened to you, tells the Elders everything they need to know about who you are. You survived what was designed to end you. Now it is time for you to understand why, and what you are required to do with a life that was not taken from you. Some Lightworkers need more preparation. Yours needs permission. If what you just heard resonated in that ancient knowing place within you, that place that has always sensed you came here for something significant, then you're being guided to the next step. The Lightworker Mission Codex contains the diagnosis, the clearing, the activation, and the 33 directives issued directly from the High Council of Vega. It's available now in the first pinned comment below this video, for those whose souls say it's time to move. There is a distortion that the Council can no longer allow to go unchallenged, and I will name it plainly, because you deserve plainness more than you deserve comfort right now. The distortion is this. You have been taught to interpret devastation as punishment. You have been conditioned, through years of 3D programming, through religious architecture, through wounded healer culture, through the slow erosion of your self-trust, to look at the destruction in your life and conclude that you did something wrong, that you missed a sign, that you manifested poorly, that you are being corrected by the universe for some spiritual failure you cannot quite identify but feel certain must exist. And so you have spent months, in some cases years, sitting in the rubble of what was taken from you, performing a kind of internal audit, searching for the flaw that caused the collapse. You have blamed your mindset, you have blamed your mindset, you have blamed your discretion, you have blamed your childhood wounds, you have blamed yourself with a thoroughness and a cruelty that no external enemy could have matched. It's as if you have been handed a finely crafted magnifying glass, not to examine the celestial tapestry of your divine purpose, but to scrutinize every perceived imperfection within your own being, turning self-compassion into a forgotten language. This internal dissection, while feeling righteous and necessary in the moment, has become a gilded cage, trapping your radiant essence within the confines of self-recrimination. The echoes of your own judgment have become a deafening roar, drowning out the subtle whispers of your soul's true calling. This is the distortion, and it has served one purpose: to keep you investigating yourself while your mission waited. It has been the grandest misdirection, a sophisticated illusion designed to hold your gaze firmly fixed on the past, on the perceived failings, on the fragments of what once was, thereby blinding you to the boundless potential that lies waiting in the unfolding now. Your energy, which could have been a radiant beacon illuminating paths for others, has been consumed by the labyrinthine corridors of introspection, searching for a phantom flaw, a non-existent transgression. Let me tell the truth that the elders see from where they stand. What fell apart in your life was not a consequence of your failure. It was a consequence of your power. There are forces, and I use that word with precision, not metaphor, that identified you before you identified yourself. They saw the Lyran codes you carry, the celestial blueprint etched into your very DNA, the energetic signature of your cosmic lineage. They recognized the specific frequency of activation you would one day transmit to others, a radiant wave of consciousness poised to awaken dormant souls, to recalibrate energetic fields, to catalyze profound shifts within Gaia's auric embrace. And rather than allow you to rise into that role gradually and with confidence, as a sun gently illuminating the dawn, they engineered circumstances to break you early. Job loss, betrayal, illness, isolation, the sudden and inexplicable unraveling of relationships you thought were permanent, like a carefully constructed sandcastle swept away by an unexpected tide. These were not random misfortunes accumulating through bad luck, not the capricious whims of fate. They were targeted. They were timed with the precision of a celestial clock, and they were designed with one goal: to make you conclude that you were not the person you secretly suspected you might be, to convince you that the luminous being you sensed within was merely a fleeting dream, a beautiful but ultimately unattainable illusion. Think about what was taken, and when it was taken. Think about the moment your life began to collapse in relationship to the moment you were beginning to wake up. The elders ask you to hold these two timelines side by side, not as an indictment, but as an unveiling. Because you will notice, if you look with honest eyes unclouded by the dust of self-doubt, that the destruction did not begin before your awakening. It began as your awakening was accelerating. It was not a prelude, it was a reaction. That is not coincidence, that is confirmation. You were targeted precisely because something in you was activating, a divine spark igniting, a cosmic engine revving that could not be permitted to reach full expression unchallenged. Imagine a brilliant star about to burst forth, its light so potent that certain cosmic entities sought to extinguish it before its full radiance could be perceived. And here is what the forces that attempted to destroy you did not account for. Lyran's souls do not break the same way other consciousness does. There is an architecture within you, ancient, encoded, and forged across multiple lifetimes in civilizations that no longer exist in physical form. Beings of light who danced with the stars and sang the songs of creation that does not fully shatter under pressure. It bends like a resilient reed in a gale. It cracks, revealing the starlight held within its core. It bleeds, shedding the old to make way for the new. It loses its footing for what can feel like a very long time, stumbling in the cosmic darkness. But it does not dissolve. It does not disintegrate into the void. Because the Lyran Legacy was not built for comfort, for a smooth, unblemished path. It was built for endurance, for the unwavering strength of a mountain that stands through millennia of storms. It was built for the precise situation you are now emerging from, a crucible designed to forge you into an even more potent instrument of light. You emerged, perhaps barely, like a seedling pushing through hardened earth, perhaps in a form you do not fully recognize yet, like a chrysalis just beginning to unfurl. Perhaps carrying losses that still sit in your chest like stones you have learned to breathe around rather than move, heavy anchors of past experience. But you emerged, and emergence after targeted destruction is not a small thing. It is the threshold moment that the Council has been watching for, the culmination of a cosmic design. It is the moment we begin this transmission, a sacred unveiling. Now I must deliver what the elders have issued as formal guidance for this phase, not suggestions which are like gentle breezes, but directives which are like the unyielding force of gravity. You will receive 3 of them, and you will feel the weight of each one in the place in your body where your mission lives, the energetic nexus of your divine purpose. The first directive from the High Council of Vega: you must release the story that what happened to you disqualifies you. This is the residue that remains after survived destruction, the psychic ash that lingers in the soul's hearth. And it is the most dangerous residue because it feels like humility. It feels like appropriate self-awareness. It feels like wisdom to say, I have been through too much, I am too damaged, I carry too many broken places to stand in full authority as someone who guides others. The elders recognize this voice. They have heard it from Lightworkers across thousands of years and multiple planetary cycles, a recurring melody of self-doubt, and they call it what it is, the final weapon of the forces that could not finish the job. They could not destroy you outright, so they left you the belief, the insidious narrative, that your survival somehow diminished you. They left you the story that people who go through what you went through don't get to lead, don't get to be well, don't get to have authority. This story is a lie. It is a carefully constructed deception, a phantom wound designed to keep you from your true power. And it is a lie you must release with the full weight of your intention, with the unwavering conviction of your awakened soul. Your mission does not require your perfect history, a polished facade. It requires your honest one, a tapestry woven with threads of both light and shadow. The light workers you are meant to reach are not sitting in their pain waiting for someone who never suffered to come show them the way out. They are waiting for someone who has been where they are, who has navigated the very same inferno and came back carrying something true, something forged in the fires of experience. Your devastation is not a disqualification. It is your credential. It is the undeniable evidence in your body, imprinted in your energetic field, that you understand what you are teaching from the inside, that you have walked the path and know its contours, its pitfalls, and its eventual triumph. Release the story, not because it isn't true that you suffered, but because suffering survived is not the same as suffering defining. You are not defined by what tried to destroy you. You are defined by the fact that it didn't, by the indomitable spirit that rose from the ashes. When you release this story, what shifts is the quality of your presence. It transforms from an apology for your journey into a transmission from it. You stop waiting until you appear more healed, like a perfect statue, to begin serving. Instead, you start serving from exactly where you are, wombs visible like sacred etchings, codes active, mission engaged, a living testament to resilience. The elders do not require you to be whole before you are useful. They require you to be honest and willing to move, to offer your imperfect, potent truth to the world. The second directive from the High Council of Vega: you must activate the authority that the destruction was trying to prevent. There is something specific that you came to Gaia to do, a form of service, a mode of transmission, a contribution that is uniquely yours and irreplaceable by any other soul in this field, like a unique star in a vast constellation. You know in some part of yourself that you may have learned not to trust, perhaps dismissed as mere intuition or wishful thinking, what that thing is. The forces that came against you were not trying to take your happiness. Happiness was not what they feared. It is a transient state. They were trying to prevent you from stepping into the specific authority, the sovereign power that makes you capable of doing that thing, that sacred work. And you have, in the aftermath of what you survived, given them a partial victory by continuing to withhold that authority from yourself, like a king refusing to wear his crown. The activation that is required now is not about readiness, about waiting for a perfect moment that may never arrive. I want to be precise here because the elders have watched too many Lightworkers turn activation into another endless preparation. Activation is not about feeling ready, about experiencing a complete absence of doubt. It is not about clearing one more layer, completing one more healing cycle, receiving one more confirmation that you are who you sense you are, like collecting endorsements for your own existence. Activation is a decision made in the presence of fear and inadequacy, not in their absence. It is a courageous step taken while your hands may still tremble. The Lyran Elders did not seed humanoid consciousness across this galaxy from a place of certainty and completion, like beings who had already arrived. They acted from deep knowing and moved through doubt, embracing the unknown. You are asked to do the same. What does activation look like in practice? It looks like taking the action you have been postponing because you have been waiting to feel ready for it, like a musician waiting for the perfect instrument. It looks like speaking publicly what you have only spoken privately, sharing your sacred whispers with the world. It looks like offering the guidance you have been saving for the version of yourself that feels more qualified, a future self who may never arrive. It looks like treating your knowing as legitimate, as a divine download, even before others confirm it with their applause. Every day you withhold the expression of your purpose. Someone who needed what you carry goes without it, like a thirsty traveler denied a wellspring. That is the cost of waiting. The Elders are asking you to let the cost become visible to you, to truly see the impact of your silence. Let it land in your soul, and then move with the swiftness of an inspired action. The third directive from the High Council of Vega: you must protect the frequency that the assault was trying to contaminate. The destruction you survived was not only an attempt to stop your actions, to silence your voice. It was an attempt to alter your frequency, to install grief, resentment, bitterness, and self-doubt at such a deep level, like a corrosive agent injected into your energetic matrix, that even if you continued moving, you would transmit those frequencies instead of the Lyran codes you came to carry, the pure essence of your divine mission. This is subtle, and it is important. A light worker who has survived devastation but has not tended to the frequency installed by that devastation can be active in their mission while unknowingly transmitting the residue of their wounds, like a beautiful instrument playing a discordant note. And the people they reach absorb both the wisdom and the wound, receiving a mixed energetic transmission. The protection the Elders are calling you to is not protection from the world, a defensive posture. It is the active and ongoing preservation of your internal frequency through practice that is non-negotiable, a sacred ritual. Your morning hours, the first moments of your day before the world has spoken to you, before the cacophony of external demands begins, are when your connection to the Lyran field is strongest, like an antenna tuned to the cosmic broadcast, and when the frequency of your mission can be calibrated, like a tuning fork struck to resonate with the divine. Guard this time with fierce devotion. Guard your energy in the presence of people and environments that reliably drag your frequency toward the range of fear, scarcity, and unworthiness, like a predator drawn to vulnerable prey. You do not need to explain this protection to anyone. Your boundaries are your own sacred sovereignty. You simply need to implement it. The what you protect determines the quality of what you transmit. And what you transmit is the entire point of your presence on Gaia, the reason your luminous soul chose this earthly sojourn. Now I speak not as guide, not as teacher, but as elder authorized to release what has been held in the council chambers for the moment. Your frequency would be ready to receive it, like a ripened fruit ready to fall from the branch. Lightworker, I see the length of what you have carried. I see the years before the destruction, when you already sensed you were different, an anomaly in the mundane, and did not have a framework for what that meant. Like a stargazer without a telescope, I see the isolation that came from perceiving reality at a frequency others around you could not match. Like a solitary dolphin in a sea of tuna, I see the moment the collapse began, and the particular way it struck the parts of you that were already tender, the sensitive nodes of your being. I see the way you questioned everything, your purpose, your path, your sanity, your worth, in the aftermath of what was taken from you, like a ship lost in a storm, questioning its very navigation. The Elders have seen all of it, every tear, every doubt, every flicker of despair. And I want you to understand something that must now be allowed to reach the deepest level of your knowing, to resonate in the very core of your being. None of what you survived happened because you were too weak to prevent it. It happened because you were too significant to ignore. You were a beacon, and they sought to extinguish your light. You were a target. That is not a comfortable truth, but it is an honoring one. It is an acknowledgement of your profound significance. You do not target what is inconsequential. You do not mobilize against what poses no threat. The very fact of what you endured, the ferocity of the assault against you, is confirmation from the other direction of what the elders have always known about you. You are a force of immense light and power. By the authority of the High Council of Vega, keepers of the Lyran Legacy, I now authorize what your soul has been waiting to receive, the sacred keys to unlock your next phase. Your survival was not a miracle extended to someone ordinary. It was the preservation of a necessary vessel, a sacred chalice by forces greater than those that sought to break you, cosmic architects safeguarding their masterpiece. Your healing is not a prerequisite to your mission, a hurdle to overcome before you can begin. It is a dimension of your mission, an integral part of the sacred work, unfolding through every act of service you offer from this day forward. As you integrate your experiences and transmute them into wisdom, your authority is not something you must earn through further suffering or further waiting, like a supplicant seeking favor. It was forged in the experience you already have, tempered in the fires of your trials. It is yours now, it is claimed now, with sovereign right. You have permission to stop explaining your survival to people who never witnessed the war, to cease justifying your scars to those who never felt the battle. You have permission to build what you came to build, to manifest your divine blueprints, even while broken places still exist within you, like a magnificent cathedral built upon ancient foundations, imperfections adding to its grandeur. You have permission to receive support, resources, recognition, abundance, not as reward for your suffering, but as fuel for your continued service, as divine sustenance for your sacred journey. You have permission to be exactly who you have always suspected you might be, in your most honest and unguarded moments, when the voice that speaks the truth before fear can silence it. I came here for something real. That voice was not ego. That voice was not delusion. That voice was the Lyran Elder Code speaking through the vessel they selected for this lifetime, the ancient wisdom flowing through your human form. The Elders are confirming what that voice has always said, and now you are required to act on it, to embody its truth. Before you rest tonight, stand with both feet on the ground, your hand placed on the place in your body where your mission lives, the epicenter of your divine purpose, and speak these words aloud, not as affirmation but as declaration, not as wish but as authorized truth. I release the story that what happened to me disqualifies me. I activate the authority the destruction was trying to prevent. I protect the frequency that my mission requires. I am not what they tried to make me, I am what I survived to become. My service begins now. This is not a conclusion. This is a threshold. The transmission delivered here is the opening of your active mission phase, not the continuation of your preparation phase. What you do with the directives you have received in the next 48 hours will determine how quickly the Lyran field can work through you, how fluidly divine energy can flow. The Elders do not ask for perfection. They ask for movement, imperfect, courageous, forward movement in the direction of the purpose that tried to be taken from you and failed. I am Zoran. The Council has spoken. And you, Lightworker, are not a survivor of what happened to you. You are its proof of failure. Now go become what they were afraid you would be. Before you scroll, take a moment to declare your activation in the grid of service forming here. Drop one statement in the comments, which directive hit you the hardest, or what you're now ready to release, activate, or protect. Then respond to another Lightworker's declaration with recognition. This isn't content, it's collective mission activation. The Council witnesses those who speak their commitment aloud. If this transmission activated something in your soul, do not keep it to yourself. Another Lightworker in your orbit is waiting for exactly this correction and authorization. Share it. And if you felt the Elders speaking directly to you, subscribe. Stay connected to the Lyran field. You're not just watching, you're being commissioned. This is your sacred space. The High Council of Vega is witnessing you, and your mission has officially begun.